Hey, so you clicked on this video because you want to get more out of your muscle gain phase, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that in this video today. So, as you guys already know, muscle gain is best done in a hypercaloric state, so that's being in like a bulk or a mass phase, whatever you want to call it. And especially in younger trained individuals, so people that have been in the gym for maybe like a year or even less than that, they start doing what are called perma bulks. And personally, I did a perma bulk as well when I started training. I was about 115 pounds and I was about 6 feet tall, so I was really skinny, and I just really wanted to gain mass. And I thought the best way of doing that is just to bulk for all eternity until like eventually I'm big enough in order to cut. A lot of friends of mine in the past have definitely done it as well, and I think a lot of us have learned that that's probably not the best thing to do, and cuts are really necessary for long-term growth. So a perma bulk is technically defined as like a bulk that is just going on for a very extended period of time. There's no end in sight, and you're just basically always trying to gain weight. So when I was perma bulking, I was probably eating like 5,000 calories or something like that. I was always shoving down so much food. I was drinking mass gainers, like always just overeating on junk. Like I ate tons of Pop-Tarts and all types of stuff like that. I had never cut in the past, so I'd literally been bulking for like 2 years when I started training. And now that I'm more educated about training and nutrition, it's definitely not the way to go. I thought I'd make this video to hopefully help out a few of you guys that might be on perma bulks right now, or just have really not cut for the past maybe like year and a half. And I think the biggest issue with perma bulks is that you just will never be hungry. Personally, for me, I absolutely hated food. It was just like a chore. I would always just eat on routine. I just never really wanted to eat. Nothing was super appetizing. It just sucked, honestly. I think overexposing oneself to a hypercaloric state for a very long period of time definitely leads to like lowered ghrelin, which is like basically your hunger hormone. So if you have lower ghrelin, you have lower hunger, which is just not something you want, especially on a bulk when you're eating so much food. So back in the day, I just didn't really know how to fix that. You know, I was just never hungry at all. I was always so full. I just kind of wanted to go the entire day without eating, but I still kept eating just because I wanted to gain mass, obviously. And I always looked at cuts to be something that would take away from the time that I would have bulking, and it would be time away from gaining muscle mass, which is something I obviously didn't want. But in a hypercaloric phase, you want to be gaining around maybe 0.25 to 0.75% of body weight per week. So for most people, at least for me, if I was like a 200-pound person, let's say, and I'm bulking, that would be about 1 pound per week. That's a pretty safe place to gain. You'll obviously not gain a lot of fat. You will gain some fat, but a lot of that will be muscle. And if you gain any faster than that, you'll obviously gain more fat more quickly. And if you gain slower than that, then you'll probably not gain quite as much muscle as you could. So for early beginners, this is honestly something that's not too big of a deal, but if you're like more experienced with lifting and you know you've accumulated some body fat during bulking, it's really not a great idea to continue doing that, and that's why you should start thinking about doing a mini cut. And mini cuts are something that I feel like a lot of people have a little bit misconstrued in the fitness industry. I always see mini cuts to be basically like a shortened cut phase. So in comparison to doing a conventional cut, you'll be losing weight fairly slowly. You don't want to lose any muscle mass. It's just the best way to go to like cut for a very long period of time that won't be too stressful on your physiology and everything like that. And the biggest point about that to know is that your set point can actually decrease along with the weight that you're losing. So you're losing weight slow enough in order for your set point to continue coming with you, so that when you get down to whatever weight you're going to, let's say you're cutting to 160 pounds, you won't just gain a lot of weight back, which is what a mini cut is exactly designed to do. Okay, I did a terrible job explaining exactly what a mini cut is. Basically, the primary goal of a mini cut is to potentiate more gain. So this short amount of time, typically anywhere between 2 and 6 weeks, is used specifically to cause a weight rebound. So mini cuts should not be used as a typical cut just to lose a bit of weight and get leaner faster. That would be a very nice thing if that was possible, but it's not. The entire point of the mini cut is just to potentiate more gain, which is why it's so short, and it also allows for such a large calorie deficit. So it's going to be a bit larger than what a typical conventional calorie deficit would be, and essentially just doesn't allow your body's metabolism to react to that, and would leave your set point back at whatever you were when you were massing. So let's say I massed up to 190 pounds. My set point of weight, basically where my body wants to stay, back up at 190 or maybe even slightly below, but it won't be anywhere near what the set point would be on a traditional cut. That is currently what I'm doing right now. I was basically, I believe, 15 weeks into a massing phase, and I had accumulated quite a bit of fat. I haven't really ever been super lean, and it's actually best to bulk or mass within the 10 to 15% body fat range for men, just because the P ratios are better, so you'll gain more muscle mass and less fat if you are leaner. So let's say you're 10% body fat, you'll gain more muscle and less fat in comparison to someone who's 15% body fat, and also bulking. And of course, it's important to mention that doing a mini cut also increases the amount of hunger you have, because obviously stepping away from the amount of calories you're eating. So currently I'm eating only 2,500 calories from a mini cut. It's really, really nice, honestly, because I don't have to like force down any food. The amount of food I eat is like really enjoyable. I've been just absolutely enjoying food so much more. It's insane. And I definitely think there will be a lot of positive benefits when I go back to massing, especially after cutting for this amount of time, because I'll be a little bit leaner. It'll be a temporarily improved appearance, which is gonna be super nice. And then I'll also have like way more hunger than I did like right in the middle of my mass phase, and will obviously have less fat as well. So I'll just be potentiating the ability to gain more muscle mass faster, which is like a great thing to do. So if any of you are interested in doing a mini cut, I'm gonna link something down in the description below. It's actually a link to Revive Stronger. He has a really, really great free mini cut guide on his website, so definitely check that out if you wanna get a little bit more detail about it. Basically what kind of loss rates are best, how much weight you should lose, how long your mini cut should be. Definitely check out all that stuff in the description down below. But if you guys learned something from this and appreciate this style of content from me, I definitely want to be doing this kind of stuff more often, because I think I have some information and knowledge that I can share with you guys to hopefully improve your fitness journeys to some degree. I just think it's really, really cool to be able to share the experiences that I've had and the mistakes that I've made in the past, and be able to help other people not make those same mistakes in their fitness journey. I just think that's really cool. So if you guys enjoy this, definitely leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Of course, leave any comments down below if you want to talk about the mini cuts or weight potentiation, anything like that, or leave a comment about how juicy the gills I look. Anyways, have a wonderful day, everybody. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.